Could do Nostrava. Let's do Nostrava. So Nostrava is related to a side quest. Let me preface this by saying, if someone stole your eyes, your eyeballs, and put them on a necklace and wore it everywhere, and someone got you your eyes back, would you just shove them in your head without getting it blessed or washed or some? This story is going to end as badly as you think it will. We're going to try to help, even though I know how badly this is going to end.
Hey, I don't need eyes to hear you passing by me.
So this is Vilek. And you say, what are you raving about?
You there? Yes, you. Come now, don't be shy. I need your help. The damned fanatic Thea stole my eyes. She wears them around her neck. And what horrid suffering I've witnessed. Please, no more. There's so much blood, I can't. You must believe me. I can still see from them. Thea and her flock have grown strong in Nostrava. Please, bring me back my eyes.
Who is this Thea?
Thea. She was nobody a few years ago. Disappeared for a bit. Came back with friends, blathering on and on about the end of days. She's a liar, but she's also cunning. She snatched up my eyes after all.
What happened to your eyes?
Thea stole them. Pinned them on some necklace she wears, but takes it with her everywhere. Makes me watch. I wonder if my suffering aids her. I can see through those eyes just as you can see me now, but I see is painful. So much pain. So much death. I want my damned eyes back.
Like I said, all I can think is, after all this that you've told me, when I hand this man his eyes back, I assumed he would take them to a priest, get them blessed, get them washed, something. He just puts them right back in his head. And it is not good, right? But we are going to continue trying to help anyway. Alright, so I must conquer Nostrava before the dungeon Cultist Refuge is unlocked for me to then slay Thea. We'll bookmark it so we can see it's there. And the fastest way there is to the west. There we go. I'm gonna be, like, wedged in so it counted that I was technically standing on Nostrava territory. Alright. We investigate the village. We hear bells. Church bells. Let's go here. Because this is all Nostrava. This whole thing is the stronghold. But if we go up to the other houses first, we hear whispering and then silence. So this house has a small child in it. We end up rescuing her later.
We're closed. Away with you.
Mother? Is that you?
Yeah. Thankfully you saved the child, but like, it's a mess, y'all. I'm intentionally going about this backwards so we can interact with everything that is later on fire. Oh, there's a person. You find a body down here later on.
It's locked.
Ah, slain villager. Concealed letter.
Is it me, or do the people here all have a strange look in their eyes? I know we were going to stay a few more days, but something feels off, and I don't like the way they're looking at me. Meet you on the north road out of town up to Menestad.
And yet this body is off the cliff face to the south, right? So clearly that letter never got delivered, or this is the person the letter was to. And the other person got away, and this person did not. We cannot see their face to identify their gender, but the voice of the writer was a woman. Alright, there's nothing else to investigate, so let's go see what the church bell's doing. Speak with the priestess. There are people here praying, but the floor is covered in blood. There are body parts. Oh, it looks like the first church. The candles are made out of human fat. And we talked to the priestess.
Blessed are you who will die in the Mother's name.
Give this stranger the holiest of welcomes.
I have no interest in being in a building on fire. And we saw the priestess catch fire. Where are you? Are you also dead already? Nope. Investigate the villagers' homes. First, we're going to detour up here, because this is the graveyard. Clearly, the Wanderer's fire is out, right? Okay. Realistic wood carvings. These carvings are a monument to Nostrava's skilled woodworkers. Their features are so lifelike it seems like they could almost move.
Help! I beg you!
Give yourself to fate.
I must destroy them.
Bound prisoner. Everything else here is broken or burned. It's one.
Another lamb for the sacrifice.
There is nobody to save here.
Go. Run.
So I feel like the person you said go run to, who was right next to the door, was the child, I think? You then end up interacting with her in the graveyard when everything's done. anything in here? I think that's everything. I checked this house first. Yes, because I checked the other house second. So through this first house, if you go through the back way, the altar of Lilith's like all the way in the back. Like, on a cliff face. We'll pop through and show you that before we go to the last part of the fight.
Get out of my house!
Bells again. Thought you was left to run.
So you must return to the chapel. First, I want to show y'all the altar of Lilith in this town. Behind the really nice house. So here is where she is, facing the town. Presumably blessing it in her own way. Oh. Alright, let's go make some friends. And this is who the priestess was. So here's the Wanderer's Shrine. This is how you conquer Nostrava. When you finish with a stronghold, you have to pray at the shrine to relight the Wanderer's Flame. And that basically makes the town habitable again. So now there's a waypoint, and the stable master has shown up and cleaned out. And the place where the little girl lived has now become the blacksmith's home. But also, the little girl herself is here, and you can talk to her. It's Giovanna. Right?
I knew what my mother did was wrong, but you gave me a chance to escape it. Thank you.
And so there are soldiers cleaning up, and there are people trying to fix the church. And now, the Cultist Refuge. Now we go slay Thea, retrieve her eyes, and see just how badly this quest is going to resolve itself. I'm so close to 28, y'all. I'm gonna get my golem, presumably within this dungeon. Alright, slay all enemies in the halls of assembly. I knew I hit someone, but apparently I one-shot them, so they weren't getting aggro to anybody else. Okay. That's fine. Now we've made some friends. Let's go this way. this door is where we need to come back to. So I'm going to mark this, or I'm going to forget, and then they're gonna go, where do you go next? Everything's on fire. Doo, doo, doo. There's Theo. And the necklace of eyes. So it really just looks like she stuck an eyeball on a chain. Except clearly it's supposed to be two of them, right? This necklace contains a pair of eyeballs hooked into the small chain. While still wet to the touch, the pupils can also be observed dilating as if alive. Again, I don't know why I didn't just go get it blessed before handing it to this man who would have presumably been desperate to get them back and therefore not capable of making proper decisions. There's a key. Reed Shrine. Not helpful when everyone else is already dead. Yeah, that's good. And Raven says, no, thank you. My first time doing this, I like right up until he sticks his eyes back in his head, I'm like, you're gonna watch that, right? Until I make myself do this quest every time, but you never get a different line. It's good XP. It's a horrifying conclusion. Slay the two high priests. Looking at chat, Raven asks, can we take his eyes to get watched, or at least to red and blue shrines to watch for him? Maybe see the priest before bringing them to him? Sadly, they're not interactable, but I've definitely, like, walked him through the cathedral in case first. Unfortunately, it's not a super, well-developed line of thinking. Yeah, clearly my golem just drank all the blood out of the bad guy. That was very entertaining to watch his health go from much to none. Oh. Alright, let's take a look and see where else we need to go. So it divides, and there are two high priests, so let's check both forks. was one. Anything else here? No? Okay, let's keep going. There is still a ways to go, so we are gonna just continue exploring. There's still further north to go. I'm like, they're like, the dungeon's done. I'm like, no, it's not. Dungeon's not done until it's mapped out, y'all. I tell y'all that Blood Wave is overpowered. I'm alright with that. Let's charge y'all up. No? You really just took care of him while I was going to charge you up. Alright. Alright. Dungeon is cleared. Return the eyes to Vilek. Alright. So now, we're gonna go say hi to our friend who wants his eyes back. You do not have the option to talk to a priest first.
Is that me in the stockades?
I'd be incredibly concerned to hear that. I've returned with your eyes.
I can see that. Oh, how pitiful I look. Just give me my eyes back, won't you?
The fact that a guard is right there.
Can I just push them right back in their sockets? Just like... that pain! The sockets burn! Oh, God! Oh, God!
Yeah. I presume that his eyes contained a minor demon, which is how it managed to stay alive that whole time. or whatever that enchantment was, and clearly it did not respond well to being put back in the man's head. But yeah, okay. That's done. Where I just gotta pretend that didn't happen.